Hello all, it's James Johnson, aka Sulfur Blade, and I'm here with a interesting video about our Democratic presidential nominee, or hopeful, Mr. Joe Biden, and his habit of plagiarism, or reusing the same speech, or however you want to look at it. It seems that Mr. Biden has no qualms with this. Let's go ahead and check it out. I love the fact it's Washington Post, by the way. It's kind of nice that we can reuse their footage from when they were a decent news organization, and to basically show how their beloved candidate that can do no wrong has, well, done wrong.
But this standard is not a measure of how we can evaluate the condition of our society. It cannot measure the health of our children, the quality of our education, the joy of their play.
Yet the gross national product does not allow for the health of our children, the quality of their education, or the joy of their play.
Let us pledge that our generation of Americans will pay any price, bear any burden, accept any challenge, and meet any hardship to secure the blessings of prosperity and the promise of opportunity for our children.
We shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe, to assure the survival and the success of liberty.
And I started thinking as I was coming over here, why is it that Joe Biden is the first in his family ever to go to a university?
Why am I the first Kinnick in 1,000 generations to be able to get to university?
Why is it that my wife, who's sitting out there in the audience, is the first in her family to ever go to college?
Why is Glenys the first woman in her family in 1,000 generations to be able to get to university?
No, it's not because they weren't as smart. It's not because they didn't work as hard. It's because they didn't have a platform upon which to stand.
Does anybody really think that they didn't get what we had because they didn't have the talent or the strength or the endurance or the commitment? Of course not. It was because there was no platform upon which they could stand.
Beautiful. Okay, so there we have and here we will have no, this is the wrong one. Where am I? Ah, damn it. Go away, commercial. Somewhere around here.
This is unbelievable. The exact same speech. Check it out.
Story. Senator Kamala Harris. She's a powerful voice for this nation. Her story is the American story. That work is more than a paycheck. It's dignity. A job is about a lot more than a paycheck. It's about your dignity. It's respect. It's about whether or not you can look your child in the eye and say, we're going to be all right. It's about respect. It's about your place in the community. It's about being able to look your kid in the eye and say, honey, it's going to be okay, and mean it. My dad who fell on hard times. You know, my dad was an honorable, decent man. He got knocked down a few times, pretty hard. Always told me, though, champ, when you get knocked down, get up, get up. But he always got back up. He worked hard, and he built a great middle-class life for our family. And why he'll make college more affordable. That's the change we need. And where cost doesn't prevent young people from going to college, and student debt doesn't crush them.
You get the
Alright, I hate having to use Tim's video for this, but it's the only place I could find it. But yeah, you see what he did. He used his 2008 speech for 2020. And then the media went nuts and fawned over it and said it was the greatest speech he'd ever given. But he'd already given it. So that's that's Joe Biden. That's our incredible Democratic, hopeful presidential candidate. He reuses old speeches. He plagiarizes people, and we're not even going to get in on all of his gaffes and his failing mental issues that most everyone is pretty clear about, I would think, unless you're, I don't know, completely blind, or you have such a bad case of Trump derangement syndrome that you just can't see how bad Joe Biden is right now. How I mean, most normal average Americans can clearly see that this poor man needs to be in an old folks home, and what the Democrats are doing with him is just, it's not acceptable. I don't know how someone can be run for the most important, most powerful job in the entire world, the President of the United States, who isn't in full possession of all of his mental faculties, who needs to be in an old folks home. I don't understand how this is even possible, but it's happening. Anyway, I'm Jaames Johnson, aka Sulfurblade. Hopefully you're enjoying my content. If so, please leave a like and subscribe. And until the next time, all, peace.